Dang, I forgot to pull the mic down. Hello. Hey, music boy. I had the mic up from when I was doing stuff outside of streaming. Oh. Hello. Hopefully. Hello, Ventus. Hello. We're going to be doing something. Hello, everybody. You know what? And I don't know. Hello. I'm your virtual reindeer. I'm your virus. I'm your virus Kendrillion. That's what I am. I see. I did notice your mic settings are different. Yes, I did change them up a bit to make it more so that it doesn't like cut me off at certain points and stuff. Trying to make sure the audio and stuff is not as loud. I've been looking back. I still gotta upload the VODs. If you noticed on the channel, I've been uploading some of the VODs on the YouTube channel at scheduled times. I still gotta upload the rest. I don't even know what to title them. I want to change the title so badly to them because they're not ASMR. They're just me trying to get through homework. It's good to be back. It's been like a struggle. You know how it is. School, finally. Fortunately for me, and because for some reason I was too slow to notice, I took all classes that ended early, so I get an extra month free. I get an extra month of summer vacation. So, we're going to be doing something, not sure I can say you succeeded. Let's see, how do I sound? Let's go to Twitch, let's see. Stuff's been kind of wonky. What is it? I had Adobe, and it, kept changing my settings and kicking me out. Let's see. This sounds awful. Is it? I can hear the back. I can hear the fuzz. Oh, nuts! Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I remember what the problem was now. Let me see something real quick. Okay, is that fixed? Because I forgot. Are these fixed? Yeah, your mic settings, interesting. So, I have a thing scheduled upcoming. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, no, it's not. hold on. Is this good? Is this good? Oh. Can't even hear the music. Oh, you can't even hear the music. I sound clear, but the music, you can't hear the music at all. Let's see. Good. Is this good? Let's see. Is this good? This is working. Oh, splendid. What, is we good? We good? What I want to do is I want to get rid of the static. All right, negative. No. Okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. So I turned it all the way up to negative 3 dB. So I'm like I said, I took audio classes. I'm trying to still weave my way around all this. Let's see. Is this good? Is this good? Let's see. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Alright. Turn myself up a little bit. And that should be good. That should be good. Maybe. Let me see something. Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Dun 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 dun. All right. Turn up the music just a little bit, or lower it just a little bit. Let me see some audio properties. Cancel. Filters. I'm trying to make it. Okay. I just finished some Utao voice bank mixing earlier. Oh, cool! You gotta show me. You gotta show me. Noise gate. Let's see. Let me see something. Oh! I just tested something real quick. Alright. Okay, it doesn't seem that the fuzziness is like getting picked up as much anymore. I was trying to get rid of that background fuzziness. Okay. I think that'll be good for now. Okay. I wonder if you know the one I was testing. Ankoku Kenmotsu. Okay, I gotta admit, I'm into Vocaloid and everything, but I am still new to when it comes to Utao. Because I know I know I barely know. Oh man, it keeps peaking, and that's what I want to keep avoiding. I don't want it to keep peaking every single time, so we're gonna lower that. Okay, and it still peaks. Hold on. So I'm back. How do you do? I don't even know. Hopefully, maybe if I put the mic this far back. What? Maybe if I put it back this far. Sorry, just pulled myself together. I ran. Just... It fell. Not stuffed. Figure fell. Pulling the mic closer. Seeing if that's alright. Scuff. Stuff fell, scuff fell. So... And the phone fell, of course. I love it, everybody. Yay! Let's pick this up. And then, once I breathe, I can get started. Alright, sorry. Had to take a quick detour. I was asked to get the mail. And so I decided, you know what? I decided to be super smart, chat. I was gonna, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna be like, we're just gonna run out there. It's currently raining. It's raining right now. It's currently raining right now when I say this. I decide, you know what? I'm not gonna put on a jacket. I'm not gonna put on a jacket. It's gonna waste time. It's gonna waste time on the stream. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run and go to the mail, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go stream. So I go, I go and get my shoes. My shoes are soaking wet earlier from putting the dogs away. I go. Stop grabbing the pop filter. I go put my shoes on. They're still wet from earlier, and then I take the keys. And I go to the mailbox. And I try to unlock the mailbox. And I realize I had the wrong keys because I meant to use those keys to unlock the room where the actual keys were. So I ran out into the rain for no reason. So then I had to run back. I had to run back and get the keys and then run all the way back into the rain. And you know what was in the mailbox? One piece of mail. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right. So now that we're back and trying not to peak the mic for the millionth time, which apparently is not going to be successful. Is this good? This good? Seems that this is not preventing peaking. Let me see. This sounds like it's preventing peaking, or at least it looks like it on my end. I just want to make it so that like when I put the VOD on, it doesn't, like turn it down, because I remember I put a VOD up and I looked back at it and it was like so low you had to turn it all the way up. Alright. So like let's move this up a little bit. Music. Slightly equal. Let's see, right around here. I think that's good. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much now, because the headphones fell off me and my glasses are falling off me too, apparently. Putting this back on. So now we're finally gonna get to what I was trying to get to forever ago. As you can see from the title and thumbnail, because obviously I am late to the party. I'm new at this. Forgive me. We are going to be browsing the 2023 anime of spring. Spring, that's what it is. Spring 2023. So why don't we just go? This was a disaster. A few interesting ones on there. Some of them I'm watching. Actually, I'm only watching one. Because it turns out, I did this last time, and I pulled up the wrong list. So, Ventus, you might be mad at me with some of these. So, we're finally at spring of 2023. What has caught our attention for this year? One has already caught up. After all, episode 4 had already aired out. I'm guessing it's the school romance. Man, I wonder if it's the school romance. Yamada-kun. Alright. So obviously, okay, what is it? We got Kimetsu no Yaiba, we got Demon Slayer. I don't really personally care about Demon Slayer. Basically, we're just going to be looking at all of spring 2023, and we shall go. Obviously, everybody knows who Oshi no Ko is. We're all watching it, let's be real here. It's like the top series next to... It's one of the top series that I'm actually really glad High Dive got and not Funimation. I'm sorry. I'm salty, but I don't care. Nah, obviously. Okay, can I actually tell you guys a funny story about Oshi no Ko? So I found it before like the wider anime, obviously like it's soaring, it was soaring in popularity, and obviously if you're like me, you read it in very special places. You read it in waffle sites. And so what happened was that I found it before like all the big YouTubers started talking about it, because I saw Ai on the cover and I'm like, she looks pretty. I think I want to click on that. And so I read it, and what happened was that the translation I was reading cut off a very important part of Oshi no Ko. And if you've seen Oshi no Ko, you know what happened. So it skipped a good couple of chapters from like chapter, I want to say about 9. It was like up to the point where the director was asking Aqua to join his movie. That's why I said, like, in the Discord that seeing Aqua perform in his movie role was new to me, because I stopped at that part because I found out that the translation skipped over. And so what ended up happening was that when I tried to quote unquote skip to read ahead, because if the translation wasn't finished, I wasn't going to read it at all, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't read it. So what ended up happening was I skip ahead and I'm like, where's I? Where's I? I read this series for one reason and one reason only. Where's I? Yeah, you can probably tell my disappointment when I found out. I already found out previously before, like, I guess spoiler alert. I already found out previously before the anime aired that I died. Didn't soften the blow, but it made everything sweeter. Made everything so sweet. Also, Ventus, I'm gonna have to admit, after what happened with episode 4, because a lot of these series, episode 4 is already airing. I gotta admit, with the new girl, I don't really remember her name, the girl who can lick baking soda like that. She, you know what? I can actually see why she earned best girl status for you and apparently the subreddit too. She still is not I, but it should suffice. Frill's eyes though kind of freak me out a lot. I haven't seen episode 4 yet. Okay. It's a pretty good episode. It's pretty much what you expect. Yeah, it's a pretty good episode. There's a specific character's eyes that freak me out though. You know that meme where it's like people with blue eyes? It was like people with blue eyes and they just stare like darts back at you. I've actually seen people who do that in real life and I'm like, I'm scared. But moving on. Isekai de Chi. Oh! No, this is not Is this not Isekai Chi? Isekai de cheat skill wo te ni shita ore wa genjitsu sekai wo mo muso suru level up wa jinsei wa kaita. My favorite this season might surprise you though. Let's see. Let's go through the list and you shall surprise me. Is it Dr. Stone season 3? Alright, so this one, what is this? Because I have not heard of it at all. Because let's be real here, the only one that's caught my interest is white-haired girl right here. A chance to come back. The mysterious door stands open, inviting a boy who's been brutally bullied all his life to take the courageous step forward into the unknown. On the other side, he finds a hoard of priceless artifacts and a world as filled with magic as it is with monsters. The most shocking revelation, however, is that he can bring whatever he wants back with him when he returns to Earth. It won't be long before his double life changes him forever. Huh. Wait a minute. No, this is... I need to get off in like 5 minutes though. Okay. Alright, then this one's actually kind of interesting, but I'm pretty sure it's that one that people were talking about. I don't think it is though. Hell's Paradise, I don't really, I read the synopsis. It's My Clueless First Friend, by the way. It makes... Oh yeah, I've been seeing that one, like, make the rounds a little bit. Only a little bit, though. It's cute. I like it. I liked it. It was actually really, really cute. I liked it. I read the synopsis before the stream started. Not something that's my personal favorite. I personally wouldn't watch it. But if you like it. Also, Mew Mew New. I'm gonna need them to... Mew Mew New. Yes. That sounds about right. Mashal. You know, this is a world of magic. This is a world in which magic is casually used by everyone. In the deep dark forest in the world of magic, there's a boy who is single-handedly working out. His name is Mash Burn Dead, and he has a secret. He can't use magic. All he wanted was to live a quiet life with his family, but people suddenly start trying to kill him one day, and he somehow finds himself enrolled in magic school. There, he sets his sight on becoming the divine visionary, the elite of the elite. Will his ripped muscles work against the best and the brightest of the wizarding world of Harry Potter? Sorry. The curtain rises on this off-kilter magical fantasy in which the power of being jacked crushes any spell. Ah, yes. I remember when this was first announced, everybody was saying this is One Punch Man, but with magic. And let's be real here, no, they're not hiding it. Because they're not hiding it. Oh, man. I didn't really get into Mashal, but it's actually pretty cool seeing A1 Pictures do a lot of new stuff. I remember, I think what's really funny about A1 Pictures, not too long ago, everybody used to bash on A1 Pictures. Now everybody loves A1 Pictures. Studio Pierrot, though, not so much. Dr. Stone Season 3, never saw Season 1 or 2. Kono Subarashi, Sekai wa Bokuen wo. It's Megumin time. I never watched Konosuba. Yamada-kun to level 999. No Koi Wo Suru. Akane Kinoshita, a female college student. We're getting more college anime, guys. More anime set in college. You know how rare that is? A female college student faces the absolute worst situation when she ends up breaking up with her boyfriend after he has an affair with a woman he met playing on an online game. While relieving her stress by rampaging through the open hunting grounds of an online game, Akane spills everything about her heartbreak to Yamada, a player she met by chance who happens to be in the same guild. I don't care, is his curt reply. Oh, what? Yes. You're suffering through heartbreak? Tough luck, cutie. But when Akane gets a makeover and joins an offline event to get back at her ex-boyfriend, she hears those dreadful words again. And that was Akane's fateful encounter with Yamada. So, One Piece. Yes, One Piece. Yes. Attack on Titan. Final season. Final season 18, final elite Tentai heaven. I'm actually really glad Tonikaku is actually getting more love. I remember when I found that. It was like super sweet, and I was like, this dude, the pacing threw me off, and that's why I never continued it, but I actually really liked it. Totally something I would totally pick up again. Read from the manga straight from the beginning. But back to Yamada, it's all right. It's one of those gamer ones, the ones where the gamers end up together. Is it worth it? Really? Who gave this thing a season 2? Who gave this thing a season 2? Who gave this thing a season 2? I want to know this today. Can we Ventus, Music Boy. Who gave Isekai Smartphone a season 2? And who thought it was an okay idea? The only thing that looks interesting on this whole cover are the two girls who look like they came straight out of Fractale. Whoever remembers that one. Isekai Shokan wa Nidome desu. Setsu is once summoned into the alternate world of Eclair, where he ends a war between humans, beastmen, and demons, and brought peace to the land. He was hailed as the hero who achieved world peace, surpassing all racial barriers for the first time. But after the war, he is sent back to his original world. Though he had to restart as a baby, he retains all his memories and powers from the other world. Then he made it back to high school age, and he was once again summoned to Eclair, where 5 years have passed and the war threatened the land again. This, can I be absolutely honest with you, kind of seems lame. Moving on. Tensai Kizoku no Isekai. Boken Roku. So this one airs early. Oh, okay. Shina Kazuya is killed protecting a young girl at a convenience store where he just happened to be at the wrong time. Hey, they're copying. Is that a zombie? Kore wa zombie desu ka? The next thing he knows, he is in the kind of world where he has only dreamed about a world of magic and swords. He is reincarnated as Cain von Silford, the third son of the aristocratic family, and he quickly grows interested in many things he sees. Then, on his 5th birthday, he is baptized at a church according to tradition, and the gods grant him several divine blessings, along with the stat that he can only be described as unusual and extraordinary. In his reincarnated life, when it comes to things like battles, romance, and studying, apparently a little overkill is just right. When he puts in the usual effort to do things punctually and properly, it only gets him in trouble. Thus, Cain's chaotic life in another world begins. It doesn't sound terrible. It's just like, it sounds like your average slice of life. It reminds me of Zombie Death and I can't do it. I've been hearing a lot about Tengoku. And it's not my thing, but I do think it's pretty cool. But we'll read the synopsis. Within the safety of the walls, youths are raised in a nursery-style setting by robots. While life there may appear stale on the surface, the children are full of potential and curiosity. In many ways, it is like a slice of heaven. The outside world is a hellscape. It is almost entirely void of anything mechanical and is now inhabited by bizarre yet powerful supernatural beings. Maru, with the aid of Kiruko, is out there crisscrossing what was once Tokyo for heaven. But after searching for so long, maybe heaven is more of an unattainable dream than a potential reality. Yikes. Dang. Dead Mount Deathblade. Okay, I've seen a clip of this. It was hilarious. If you know the clip, you know what I'm talking about. That thing was hilarious. His reaction when what happened to her was so funny. We're gonna skip it because I'm not sure. Okay. I'm sorry. We're skipping the synopsis. You can't. I'm sorry. You don't have someone called the corpse. Go. Okay, Kaminaki. It's like. I'm sorry. Kaminaki Sekai no Kami-sama Katsudo. The heir to a cult leader, Yukito. Yukito? They don't name their characters Yukito these days. Centers his life around the mysterious goddess Mitama, but everything changes after he is killed during a ritual gone wrong. In his surprise, Yukito is reborn into a world with no concept of God. In this world, life and death are decided by the imperial state. As Yukito fights to protect his new village, someone from his past life lends a helping hand. That's kinda stupid. Skip. Kubo-san! I've been hearing about this one. She sounds nice. Has it? Oh, it began. Okay, this one's already began. So it's still continuing. Okay, Kubo. So Kubo's still continuing from last season. I knew I was seeing clips already. Otonari ni Jinga. Oh, this looks interesting. Ever since their father died, Ichiro Kuga has struggled with his 2 younger siblings on nothing but a small inheritance and his passion for drawing manga, but it became harder to keep up with his growing responsibilities and deadlines, especially after his last 2 assistants quit to follow their dreams. Yikes. It's always good for people to follow their dreams. It's just, please be aware and have, safety nets for some of these people, bro. Have a safety net, train someone, bro. Train somebody to help to, replace you. Otherwise, you're gonna leave, the person in the dust. Just as he's nearing his breaking point, the beautiful and scarily competent Shiori Goshiki applies to become his new assistant. But there's something almost otherworldly about Goshiki, and soon Kuga finds his reality turned upside down when she suddenly declares them engaged to marry. Marriage. Overrated. Just to cover these, just to cover this real quick, I'm actually really glad that, man, I actually really want to get into, The Ancient Magus Bride, but I've never been able to get into it. I know it's a different studio compared to last time, I say it's still worth it. Kuma 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 Bear Punch. Bear, bear, bear. Bear, bear. Bear, 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 bear. So, this one is actually really interesting. Boku no kokoro no yabai yatsu. Boku no kokoro no yabai yatsu. So this one's really interesting. This one's very, very interesting. So let's read the synopsis before I get into it. Fascinated by murder and all things macabre, Kiyotaro daydreams of acting out his twisted fantasies on his unsuspecting classmates. But an encounter with An Yamada, the gorgeous class idol, lights a spark in darkness in his heart. It is a classic tale of an antisocial boy falling before a popular girl, but neither are who they appear to be at first glance. Will Kiyotaro and Anne defy their expectations of each other and of themselves? I am going through a yawn fest. Okay. So what do I mean by this series is interesting? Well, two things. Number one, I have read this series before. I have not caught up with it, but I have read this series, and I actually did like it. I have not seen the first 4 episodes. I do want to, though. Now, what's funny, what is absolutely funny, is that it is made by the author of a very, very raunchy, big air quotes, kids anime, titled Mitsudomoe. And if you know Mitsudomoe, this series is kind of shocking. Because that is, raunch. Like, you think American comedy with kids is raunchy? This one is just like, wow. If this was in real life, some of these adults would be arrested. How do I put this? Listen to me when I say this. In Mitsudomoe, 2 of the gags are that one of the characters is obsessed with breasts, and the other is of the main because it centers around 3 triplets. One of them has the obsession with breast. And the second running joke, there's multiple running jokes, but the one that stands out the most is the fact that their dad gets arrested a lot because he's mistaken for a child predator. Like a lot. There are tons of raunchy jokes in that series. Weird raunchy jokes. That series is at least over 10 years old. And as strange as that is, and this is gonna sound weird coming from me, I'm actually still kind of glad that she's getting work. And like, this is her second like series to get an anime adaptation. Out of all the anime that are out there, this one's the weirdest one. It's the weirdest one. It's the weirdest one, but it definitely exists. I can tell you that. Oh my gosh, it is so funny. It is not fun. There are a couple of jokes in Mitsudomoe that do get me. Like I said, the series is over 10 years old. I was like 12 when I discovered that series and was just like, huh. I cringe at some of those jokes now, though, I will admit. But like I said, moving forward, I still want to give this series a chance. There is some things that like still are the author's signature quote unquote humor that like at least develops the plot. Like there's this one character who like says a bunch of like out of pocket stuff. And like I know the translation for the manga, they changed it. And for a lot of people, like it's not a big deal. I'm not those people who try and like advocate for like don't censor shit, because some things can be censored and some things don't have to be. But for that scene in particular, it kind of degraded what happened, because the dude said something so out of pocket that it made you dislike him. Because what happened was that later in the manga, he threw the MC under the bus, because despite him saying out-of-pocket things, he was willing to throw the MC under the bus so that he can look good. And that's my only thing that I think that the anime most likely will either cut or they might change the translation. I hope they don't do that because it changes the whole, like, motivation for why you're not supposed to like the guy. So, maybe. I don't know. Moving on. Yusha ga shinda. Okay, can we, like, kind of skip some of these isekais? This is just the isekai seed. Wait a minute! That was this season?! What?! And they said it! Yay! Yay! Okay, skip isekai. What? Blah. Isekai. Kuma Bear. That's another season. I never watched it. Megami no Terrence Cafe. Hayata's grandmother, go away. Okay, new collection of stories for Ranking of Kings is here in this new adventure. An unrevealed tale of courage between Boji, Kage, and the friends who have gathered around them is told. Yay! I gotta watch this. I was waiting for these. I will watch these. I skipped the latter half of season 2 of season 1. I hope it doesn't affect it. Maybe. I don't know. Ha 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 ha. I will say, though, for Ranking of Kings, the dub was mediocre. Dub was mediocre. The dub was mediocre. Dub was mediocre. I'm sorry. Okay. Linden Films. Kimi wa Hokago Insomnia. Gantan Nakami is a high school student who suffers from insomnia. One day he meets Isaki Magari, a girl a girl with the same condition. A strange yet special relationship forms as they share a secret and catch up with their sleep in their school's abandoned observatory. That sounds sweet. I want to check out the first episode of that. That actually sounds really sweet. Okay, I've been actually seeing this like crazy because I follow an artist who was talking about this series way before the series had actually debuted, and then people started talking about it when it actually started coming out. Skippin' Loafer. Iwakura Mitsumi, I like Mitsumi. Mitsumi graduated from a small middle school in the countryside and entered a top-tier high school in Tokyo at the head of the class. This child prodigy who moved to Tokyo along with a perfect plan in life is smart and gets good grades, but her social understanding isn't quite on the same wavelength as others. This means that she sometimes makes mistakes, but her easygoing nature sways her classmates little by little, and all their different personalities are coming together before they know it. They meet and gradually come together to know each other, and before long they understand each other as well. Everyone experiences pent-up feelings and frustrations, but it is our friends who give us a chance at mutual understanding. This story may start out with some discord, but it becomes a happy school life comedy before you know it. Okay, so it's kind of like that. It's kind of it's like it's a slice of life. Okay, there is romance in this. The way, like, I kept seeing Skippin' Loafer online, it, like, nobody portrayed it, like, as a romance. They're like, everybody, have fun. Have fun, no romance. Alright, My Home Hero. After killing his daughter's abusive Yakuza boyfriend to save her, ordinary salaryman Tetsuo Tosu becomes embroiled in the dark criminal underworld. The wish for a simple life he and his wife Kasan had for their daughter had been reduced to a wish for survival. Though middle-aged and weak, he puts his life on the line using only his wit in order to protect his family. Huh. Doesn't sound bad. It actually sounds pretty good. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yes. Kanajo wa koshakute ni ita ryo. Otherwise known as Why Raeliana was stuck in the Duke's mansion. Yes. The Otome Isekai, before the Otome Isekai boom, everybody knows this series on the Otome Isekai subreddit. Nobody's talking about it though, so I'm kind of shocked by that. Anyway, living inside a fairy tale may sound like a dream, but for this heroine, it's more of a nightmare. After her mysterious death, Rinko is reborn as Raeliana, or a loved and wealthy character in a novel. But she knows the ending: her murder at the hand of her own, hand of her own fiance. So she hatches a plan to stay alive, one that involves a devilish duke and a phony engagement. Can she rewrite her story? If you have seen Baccarina, you will like this. You will like this. That is literally it. If you like My Next Life as a Villainess, you will like Raeliana and the Duke's Mansion. That is what you will... That's it. You will like this series. I've read it. I never finished it when it was still being circulated within the subreddit. But, yeah. You'll like it, pretty much. Mobile Suit Gundam. I can never get into Gundams. I'm sorry. I want to. Eden Zero. I want to get into Eden Zero. I love Hiro Mashima's work. Lizana should have stayed dead. Fairy Tail, I love it before it had a plot. Eden Zero seems to be that perfect balance of both, and I really want to get into it. I know there was some drama circulating about it because what happened was that they messed up the licensing, and people were like really scared that the licensing was stuck in France, the English licensing. They got stuck in France, and then things got like sorted out within a day, thankfully. All right, and there's Edome Elf. Edome Elf? Takamimi Shrine has an unusual residence. Elda, an ancient elf who's obsessed with video games. The shrine's teenage attendant, Koito Kogane keeps this reclusive otaku well supplied with energy drinks and junk food. Even though she loves 100%ing her games, Elda's has duties to attend to, and Kogane is bound and determined to make this otaku elf fulfill them. It'll just take an offering or two to bribe. We mean convince Elda to put down her new game. Cute girls doing cute things. I've never heard of C2C before, so maybe I'll look into them. Rokudo no Onatachi. This looks like My Hero Academia. But also not My Hero Academia. It reminds me of Ben 2, for anybody who remembers that. A fusion between Ben 2 and Batum. Tosuke Rokudo, a first-year student at Amori High, a school attended mostly by delinquents, wants to live a peaceful life with his friends. However, it seems to be impossible because of the fact that he is constantly bullied by his delinquent classmates. When Rukodo receives a mysterious package from his long-deceased grandfather, lies inside... when Rukodo and his friend become... Oh, I skipped a whole sentence. When Rukodo and his friends become desperate, Rukodo receives a mysterious package from his long-deceased grandfather. Inside lies a priest's uniform and mysterious scroll passed down from his family since the Heian period. The Heian period. Said to hold a technique to ward off demons and evil spirits. The one Ventus was talking about. Takada-kun, the new kid at school, has no idea that everybody in class calls his classmate Nishimura-san the Grim Reaper. His only thoughts are about what a cool nickname it is. Nishimura-san is relentlessly teased while her classmates snicker behind her back, and Takada-kun is oblivious to the whole situation. Nothing beats being clueless and honest, and that's why his feelings reach right to her. This story then starts in an elementary school classroom, will make everybody remember those days by reaching right to their hearts. That reminds me of me when I was a kid. Unfortunately. Depends. Yeah. Surgeon Signpost. Saint Signpost? I've never heard of them before. But I have actually seen clips of this floating around. I saw one or two clips floating around because Funimation was showing clips. Some people were being weird in the comments. And surprisingly, it's not the people you actually think would be weird in the comments. Just people being like, "Ah, man, you guys are being weird." And I'm like, I'm just trying to see the cute moments between oblivious boy and the girl. Can you not be weird for 5 seconds? Golden Kamuy Season 4. I have not seen Golden Kamuy, but I hear it's actually really good. It is a seinen. Nehime no Kemono no U. The king of the beasts and demons regularly receives female human sacrifices to eat in order to assert the dominance of his people over the human, not assert his dominance over the human race. However, for the 99th sacrifice, the human girl brought to the capital, Sarifi, intrigues the beast king. In fact, she isn't afraid of him or other beasts and can even accept her death without begging or crying as if she were released. Wait. But I messed up because I scrolled. Her death without begging or crying as she has neither home nor family to return to if she were released. The king finds her intriguing and lets her stay at his side as his consort despite being human. This is the story of how Sarifi will become the queen of the demons and beasts. Ah, furry. Mahoushoujo Magical Destroyers. Why does this look like Hi-Fi Rush? Expression of freedom is threatened when a mysterious group, the SSC, destroys Japan's otaku culture. What? Yes. However, a young revolutionary otaku hero loves the culture more than anything, rises up with the help of 3 rambunctious magical girls, Anarchy, Blue, and Pink. They'll team up to create a world free of this oppressive rule. Be part of the rebellion to bring back fandom. This is definitely something. It looks interesting. I mean it. It looks like something. It looks like Hi-Fi Rush. I want to check out whoever this pink one is, or is their name Anarchy? I'm not sure, but I want to know. Biburi Animation Studios. I've never heard of them. Watashi no Yuri wa Oshigoto desu. Can I be absolutely honest with you guys? I do not like Yuri, so we'll be skipping. I'm not a fan of Yuri or Yaoi, like, in all honesty. I have my reasons. Don't judge me. Oh, no orchestra. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, they already released it? The new Pokemon? OLM? Huh. That's weird. I know people have been, like, talking about it. I saw clips of it, but I didn't think they would release it now. Let's see. Alright, let's go back to Ao no Orchestra. A lone violin virtuoso, the power of harmony and friendship. Ao no Hajime is a violin virtuoso who stops playing in his first year at middle school after his violinist father abandons his family. Wow, that was like a 0 to 100 very quick. But on his final year, Hajime rediscovers his joy of music teaching a classmate and determines to return. At Yumimaku High School, well known for its school orchestra, Hajime encounters rivals and friends and grows both as a player and as a person. The orchestra members also grapple with their own problems with family or talent. Each must face his or her demons and rise to create harmony as one. An ensemble musical coming-of-age story. Interesting, actually. And surprisingly, there is no romance tag. Interesting. Nippon Animations. Yiggy. Birdie Wings got a season 2? Well, people did say it was actually a pretty good series. Meh. Conan also got another series. That thing will get a series every single day until it dies. Let's see. Kawaii Sugi Crisis. Invading alien Lisa Luna wants nothing more than to destroy planet Earth after she gets in a little sightseeing. First, but her after she gets in a little sightseeing first. But her travels soon take her into a cat cafe where the furry felines inside invade her heart just as surely as Lisa invaded Earth. Destroying the world won't be so easy now that she's discovered the joys of kitty cats. The cat anime. And it's a shonen. Okay, with a synopsis like that actually makes way too much sense. Alright. Pocket Monsters, I obviously said it. Birdie Wings. Interesting, but I've never seen season 1, so man. I'm not saying it. I just saw Kizuna no Ale. And this is the VTuber anime that people were talking about. Now, I have my own jokes. I have one joke because I saw one of the characters. And this is a common joke I have with all series that do this out of nowhere. I'm not gonna say it. We're not at that level. We're not at that level, chat. I can't say those types of jokes yet. Don't worry. You're a VTuber? What is it? So, Pokemon, this one, Majutsushi Orphan Hagure Tabi Sekihen, has no synopsis, so I don't even know why I read that. Kizuno no Ale, the NFT anime, where NFTs are already kind of going out of style, so should have made this anime a lot sooner. The Marginal Surface. After being fired from his detective job, Brian receives a strange letter. Don't name your child Brian. He heads to the address written on the envelope and finds himself among Marginal Service. This motley crew of fearless men and a woman and a squirrel are tasked with hunting down aliens, and Brian just became their newest member. And a squirrel. Okay. Alice Gear Agris expansion. Let's see. Centuries ago, mankind abandoned planet Earth for the Vice. A race of mechanical aliens drove them from their home into a life adrift in space. Now resigned to starships forged of pieces of Earth, shattered Earth's shattered moon, the final hope for humanity lies in the hands of actresses. Young women born with the ability to wield the only weapon that can harm the Vice. Alice Gears. Mechanical suits that can finally turn the tides against it. Tokyo Mew Mew New! Mew Mew New! But my boy is here! I need to catch up with the anime because it has my boy here! Yay. Idolmaster, is Yayoi here? Yayoi? Is she there? If not, I want nothing to do with it. World Die Star, it's an idol anime from just the cover alone, and I am not giving it a chance. Great Mission looks like a Beyblade thing. Den no Densha. Den. This actually looks pretty interesting. Let me see the trailer. Den no Is it not anything? What is it? It's a short anime, but it doesn't seem to have any trailers or anything. Okay, I found something. It said, but where are the animes for the VTweeters? Okay, so apparently this is a VTuber another VTuber anime. Okay, it is a VTuber anime, but like there's nothing about it. Crayon Shinchan? Okay, so it's just continuing. Shinchan's just continuing. Doraemon's continuing. Pretty Cure. I've been hearing news about Pretty Cure. They saying like they're gonna do like a whole male Pretty Cure cast at this point. Winter? Oh, Boku to Roboko. I've heard of Roboko. It's like the new quote unquote new Gintama. Mix Meisei Story Season 2. I never watched it. Opus Colors. I don't like it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. I hate the designs already. Chibi Mukuro. Oh, I've been here every now and then. I hear like Chibi Mukuro. She's so adorable. It's cute. I think we're starting to get in a series that have already just been continuing from this point on. Yeah. Anpanme. The Butt series. Oshiri Dantai. Yeah, we're already starting to get into the series that have already been out for, I don't know, since literally the 90s. If I had to say one series that I was interested in, I talked about this last time in like a deleted VOD. Fushigi Dagashiya Zeni Tendo. It is a Toei animation anime, and I'm actually really interested in it, despite the fact that this is clearly supposed to be a children's series. Don't hate me, I will fight you for it. A novel series story centers on the mysterious candy and snack shop Zenitendo, which only lucky people can find. The shop's proprietor is a woman named Beniko. Beniko is actually a really pretty name, and she can recommend the perfect candy for each person's troubles. However, things might not turn out as hoped if people eat or use the confections incorrectly. Whether Beniko's sweets bring fortune or misfortune is up to the people who receive them. Like I said, listen to me when I say this. Don't judge me. This sounds more interesting than a lot of anime that are out. But pretty much this season, I'm only really interested in like a few seasons. I'm obviously watching Oshi no Ko. Let's be real here. What I want to do is I actually want to watch Oshi no Ko with you guys, but like at the same time, I'm not keeping up that schedule. Probably. We'll probably pick an anime in the future where we all like sit down and watch it. Not officially, but we'll sit down and watch it together. Like, or even like an old series that we'll like get together and watch. Obviously we're not watching, pretty much, I know people are like going after like a lot of the popular series. I'm not, it depends. Pretty much my series that I'm after are Ranking of Kings, which I found out already started airing, so I'm watching that one, and there's 10 episodes. Yay! And, of course, Yabayatsu, which I want to watch that one. Cause I want to watch it because it's, like, really, really different from the manga. Like, really, really different. Like her art's improved so much. And, like, it's definitely different from what I thought it would be. I did not know it was getting an adaptation until like about 2 months ago, or like at least a month ago. And I was like, it's already out? It was getting an anime? I'm not sure if they're really gonna go like the whole like dramatic serious kind of route with it, because it's most like the manga is pretty goofy. They treat this chunibyo like a chunibyo to a T. So yeah, I totally think, what is it? Let's see. Can we like? Let's see. I want to see if I can find like a trailer for Yabayatsu. Yabayatsu. So yeah, I know I can't play it, completely. I can't play it completely. I'm starting to find the I'm starting to understand the difference. I mean I already understood the difference, but I'm starting to finally I'm finally starting to get the difference in like pronunciation for tsu and su, like TSU and SU, tsu and su. It feels different, but at the same time, it like feels. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Bump. Let's see. I forgot. It's right here. Let's see. Pause. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can put this back up here. Let's put this back up here. There we go. Here we go. I mean this when I say this. This dude is a bottle of cringe. The manga treats him like cringe. Wait, that's not the shot I want. The manga treats this boy like cringe. They treat him like cringe. She's cringe. Everybody in this series, from what I read, because I wanted to continue reading and I couldn't get to it in time. The danger's in my heart. Yeah. This boy is cringe. The series treats him like cringe. Everybody in this series is cringe. And it's a very lovely kind of cringe. I say it's a sleeper for the season. And I'm actually like really happy that the author, because I forgot her name. The author. I'm not even in the right tab. The author, Yabayatsu. Yeah, like when I mean it when I say it. Like it looks so different. It looks and it feels different with most adaptations. Norio Sakurai. Yeah, Norio Sakurai. This is like her second work to get adapted. I'm actually really proud of her. I'm happy for it because she deserves it. Because like I remember like here's the thing. I've strangely enough, in a weird way, I've followed her work for a long time, but also not have followed her work. Like I said, one of like the series I was first introduced to of her stuff was Mitsudomoe. And as raunchy as it is, I like the fact that she's like a female mangaka. I like the fact that she's a female mangaka, really. Because like you hear obviously you see female mangakas out there all the time doing romance and all that type of stuff. Mitsudomoe it's a quote unquote romance with the line of, yeah, how can we get away with much without getting quote unquote arrested? But I remember a long time ago, I remember reading interviews about her because I always was like, I can't believe a woman wrote this. Switching tabs real quick. Going back to the chat room. I remember reading interviews from like way back when I was like 12 and like 15, and then later, like only a couple of years ago, I started reading her interviews again, and like her reviews and stuff. And like back then she was, I guess you can say she was criticized a lot because her early art style for Mitsudomoe. I'm gonna see if I can pull up an image of Mitsudomoe. Mitsudomoe. She was criticized a lot because her art wasn't like good. She was criticized for it a lot because, like, let's be real here. If you look at the anime, because like if you look at the anime for Mitsudomoe and you look at the manga for Mitsudomoe, they look completely different. I'm not even gonna like shy away from that. The manga. And even then, like, it ended years ago. But people were like, oh yeah, it has heart, but your art style's kind of shaky. And it was. It really was. I won't, like, lie about that. Mostly because everybody had elongated limbs. Let's see. Let's see. Can we find an image of the manga and the anime for contrast? Let's see. Let's see. Obviously, the style got a lot better for the manga, but like early on, she was like heavily criticized for it. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Can we get like a closer shot? Is this... Was it this one? There's like a lot of like early shots of like the manga. Let's see. Okay, so some of them... Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm trying to get like a good shot because like they kind of look off. And like a lot, like I said, this series like debuted like over 10 years ago. So a lot of the images nowadays are like super blurry. Mitsuba, Futaba, and the triplets, Mitsuba, Futaba, and I forgot the third one, the youngest one. I forgot the name of the youngest one. I forgot the name of the youngest one. Mitsuba, Futaba. Futaba was actually always my favorite. Mitsuba, Futaba, and the Mari triplets, yes. Mitsuba, Futaba, and I'm trying to remember. Yes, Mitsuba, Futaba, Hitoha. That's why I forgot. Okay. Mitsuba, Futaba, and Hitoha. And the anime looked like this. Because I'm trying to get like an image that doesn't look, because it's not. Well, the anime is actually kind of sus. Like I said, the anime was like pretty raunchy. It was a raunchy type of series, and it wasn't shy about it either. Here we go. It was, like I said, it was raunchy, but it had heart, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people liked it. After all, there's a reason why this thing went on for pretty much 6+ volumes. Let me see. I'm spending way too much time trying to find like clear images of this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to... Here we go. Quite frankly, I actually really like the... I like the style of the anime, and I like the style of the manga in like their own unique way, not gonna lie. I always kind of like them both. Looking back, I realized, wow, these girls were in 6th grade like I was. What went wrong? Because pretty much. Okay, here we go. I think I got an image of the anime. We good? We got something? Okay, here we go. I guess something. All right. Okay, going back to the room. Here we go. So this is the anime. It's a decade-old show. Don't make me feel old. So this was the style of the anime. You could obviously tell. Yeah. So this was the style of the anime, but this was the style of the manga. And it still looks similar, but you can definitely see like the differences and stuff like that. I still can't believe this series is over 10 years old. Just... I remember, like, dang. Who would make something like this? And then as I grew up, I'm like, dang. I'm old. Oh, man. most things I will praise Mitsudomoe for is pretty much just art style alone. And a couple of the jokes, specifically the fact that the dad goes to jail. Can I make fun of that? I'm not sure, but I think it's funny. It's the way he's always dragged to jail. Even in the opening theme, he gets dragged away to jail. And by the way, also one of the best things about the series is like the opening and ending theme. Those things rock. I mean it when I say like their opening and ending themes to Mitsudomoe have no right to go that hard. I mean it. It's one thing I will always praise the series for because the soundtrack is actually pretty fire. So I'm actually back to Yabayatsu. I went on like a whole like thing like I'm gonna find this series and blah 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 blah. Yeah. But I'm kind of just like, cause like what is it? The only other mangaka I can really say that like has like my super respect in the fact that all their series have been adapted and like everybody likes it. Well, Mitsudomoe is subjective taste. I won't excuse some of the jokes in that show. But, so like, subjective in taste and stuff like that, I would say have to be Hiro Mashima. You know, obviously the creator of Fairy Tail. Dude had 3 of his series animated. The dude was on the grind. And Fairy Tail wasn't even supposed to go on that long, and it still got like so popular to the point where it got finished and then still had its adapted as if it was still superior. I have my faults with Fairy Tail, but I will always give it that because like bruh. Oh man. That was Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is Fairy Tail. Am I right, guys? Why can't I find this picture literal? Oh, it has like over 13 volumes? Huh? How do you have over 13 volumes? Norio is... Oh, she drew a cover for Rent-A-Girlfriend. Sorry, I meant to say Rent-A-Peak. And she drew a cover for, Imura-kun. Huh. Nice. Not gonna lie. Her art, I like the fact that she's, like, evolving her art style. She went from someone who everybody was like, your art style's kind of trash, to your series, yeah. You're awesome. I tried to get merchandise back when, like, I know now that the anime's aired, people are gonna start snatching that up real quick. Oh, well. Alright then, what shall we do? Move on with our day, and I don't know. Bye, everybody. Nah, not really. What we're gonna do is we're gonna draw another girl. Now that I bring up Mitsudomoe, it was actually so it's no secret here. Pretty much, I'm gonna transfer to the drawing channel now. The drawing room, literal drawing room. Here we go. The studio paint. Sorry, I had to organize a couple. I'm not sure if you saw. There were like red lines in OBS and stuff like that. It's no secret. I obviously draw cute girls on this channel because duh. That's what I do. And the only way I'm stopping is if you don't make them cuter anymore. And one of the things, and there were characters I want to draw, but either I couldn't come up with a pose for them, or they were just off the chopping block. And Mitsudomoe was absolutely one of the series I actually had in mind to draw on here, specifically the 3 main characters, Mitsuba, Futaba, Hitoha, and stuff. But I chose not to because it's like I said, I like Mitsudomoe, and I love the author. That anime is super sus, though. I'm sorry. Like, it's not your normal type of anime stuff. It is absolutely a woman throwing humor at the wall, and it's like, wow. The first episode has literally a gag where a woman thought a dude's pee-pee was so small because she lost her glasses and the dude had a crush on her. And so she thought he was a student. Yeah, that's how raunchy this series is. Oh yeah, and he still doesn't get with her in the end because it's the first episode. And the running gag is the fact that he can't get with her because he's a failure and a loser. But, anyways. As you can clearly see, I got Gekiyaku done off screen from people and stuff, if you guys remember that. I talked about it in the last... I've talked about the last stream. That stream, I ended up losing stuff anyway because turns out I didn't like it. And so I was talking about Gekiyaku. Gekiyaku is an Utao, and obviously this is my Pikami drawing from last time. I actually fixed up the shoes from last time because I ended up using her for a project that I needed, and I was like, perfect, I need I'm talking about Kieri anyway, might as well talk about Pikami. And so I just used Pikami. And so Gekiyaku, I was trying to fit a third one in there, but I ended up not being able to fit the third illustration into the final product. That being remember her name? Kayuki. I tried to fit Kayuki into the piece and I could not fit her in, and then I ended up changing the whole poster anyway. And it worked out in the end anyway. Ha 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 ha. Haha. Yeah. So, pretty much now, because I got her done off screen, I had to get her done off screen because it was like so much. I was doing so much. Oh yeah, with Music Boy. I forgot to tell you this earlier. So, there is a thing I had going on, and the reason why I sounded like I was in a cylinder tube was because I had to, transfer the microphones over because I had it connected to Discord and stuff like that. So I had to go to the new room I created on OBS, turn off those mics and stuff like that, because last time I had to go to OBS connected to Discord so that the audios for when I do the thing that I'm going to do, I had to turn off the streaming microphones and stuff. I am learning. Please pray for me. This is like the first time I'm doing something like this. You guys will see this stuff like in the future. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it really is because by all means it's making me nervous, and I want the fruits of my labor. I'm gonna present it like really well, and I'm gonna end up re-uploading those specific projects. I'm gonna re-upload them in the future. In their own style. Just look out for that when it does happen. So, not gonna lie, Gekiyaku was actually she was both hard and easy at the same time. Let's be real here. She's not finished. These are all still sketches. These are all still sketches. They don't look like it, but they are. So, we'll be having to move on to a new girl. Real or fiction? I'm not sure. To be honest, I actually want to draw Reichi. Splendid Life Reichi. Splend Reichi. What's her username? Splendid Life Reichi? It's Splendid Life Reichi, right? Splend Reichi? Splendid Reichi? Splendiferate? Splendiferate. Oh, okay, so Splendiferific and Raichi? I don't get it. Her username confuses me. Raichi, why? Oh man, everybody's been like... Okay, can I actually say something about Oshi no Ko? I was not a fan of Yasobi. I've known about them for years. I've never been like a fan of Yasobi. I know I'm gonna get hate for that. I don't hate their music. I just think it's fine. It's not bad, but it's not... To me, a lot of Yasobi's music is just meh. I know a little bit of history about them. The fact that they were inspired by Mafu Mafu, and then they went on to create their band, and then they got big enough to where Mafu Mafu covered their works, and then it came full circle. So, yeah. What shall we do? I'm not sure who I want to draw. I want to draw 2 Utaites. I want to draw Mafu Mafu, and I want to draw Raichi. But I'm not sure if I want to draw Raichi. It's the first time I'm kind of drawing a dude. Huh. I just realized. Eventually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to have to color all these. And I have to line art a lot of them because originally I was supposed to... Man, there's a lot of them that have been like canceled. Originally, I was actually going to do the girl from Dance If You Are Dance, but plans changed, so I'm gonna delete her now. She's deleted now. Yeah, she's deleted now. I liked it. I liked her, like, her style and stuff. But, so I guess I can at least tease one thing about it. So I'm planning on, like, doing episodes and stuff like that for this project that I'm doing. And one of the things I talked about was Gieri. And one of the future things I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, once summer starts going out, I'm going to talk about, Watatakeyaki or Kuragepi. And because it's going to be going over, like, Vocaloid and Vocaloid stories. And the thing is that there's a lot of Vocaloid stories that nobody, like, they listen to it, but only, like, diehard fans of, like, certain producers will, like, talk about it openly. Like, everybody talks about the Kagero project. Everybody talks about the Kagero project. It's still ongoing, and they announced a movie, like, over 4 years ago. So people still talk about Kagero project, especially since the series had its reboot. But nobody talks about the series behind 6 Trillion Years and an Overnight Story. Nobody talks about that series anymore. And more importantly, nobody talks about Watatakeyaki series anymore. Observation of the Youth. Observation of the Youth. That was what it was, right? Observation. That was what the song was called. Observation. Diary of Underage Observation. Nobody talks about underage observation anymore. Nobody really talks about Watatakeyaki at all nowadays. He was popular after his series ended. Pretty much he didn't fade out. I wouldn't say he faded out. It's just the fact that it was just like people kind of moved on, which kind of makes me sad because his stuff is like really, really good. And so what I want to talk about is Harumaki Gohan for his song series, because I think, so what is it? One of the reasons why I think, like, I like Wada Takoyaki, but I, like, really with a lot of Vocaloid and the weaknesses behind having a long formatted story within Vocaloid is the fact that, it's really just due to the fact that for a lot of series, like Vocaloid series that are based on songs, it's not that they don't go anywhere, it's the fact that once the story's done, because they built up so many songs around these stories, they'll span like 20 songs on like the series, and then after that they're done. And I think Haramaki Gohan finds like the perfect balance by just telling short, semi-complicated stories that get people theorizing, and then he tells the story when he does his live performances, and then he sells it as a 6 song album. And that's the perfect way to do it, because you don't get burnt out with the same story. He just is able to make story after story. It's not too complicated, easy to get into, and the songs are fire. Like with his latest release of Dinner Bell, I know that one's going to be really, really good. And the Mikage saga was really, really sweet, and I'm really happy that that one had a really good ending with Mikage and Tsuka. And obviously Melty Land and the Promise series with Lily and Nana. I really like that. Really, it's perfect. It's why Nana was here. I was originally going to talk about Haramaki Gohan like weeks ago. And I ended up swapping him out because I realized I don't want to not talk about him because Haramaki's good. Haramaki's a good dude. I still gotta finish the sketch for it though. Oh man, I gotta line art so many of these. Pretty much after I actually took some creative liberties with Nana here. So this is Nana. Lily's the blonde girl. But Nana, I kind of took a little bit of creative liberties because I used her outfit I made her more plushy and softer. And I liked it because it makes it look nice and cute. And Macaron. I love Macaron. Macaron is so cute. It's a literal Roomba. And then, of course, these two decided to be like, hey, why don't we extend our height 50 yards? Because these are taller than everybody else. Appropriate height, what's that? Really, I think what I'm going to do, because I know for one, I want to draw Mafu Mafu, and I know I want to draw another Utaite. I want to draw someone from the JP. I want to draw an Utaite, and I want to draw a Utaite. And I like Richi's style because Richi is her it's purple hair. It's purple hair. Richi. Ichi. Because that's apparently what my thing decided to do. I decided to click E instead of R. Character shear. Yay. Here it is. I found it. Reichi's character sheet. She debuted. Yay. Not gonna lie, it's kind of weird looking. Her outfit. Only a little bit. Only by a little bit. Alright, so we got that done. And obviously, I've drawn Mafu Mafu before. His design's not all that complicated. Yeah, his design's not all that complicated. Pretty much just get the barcode right. Of course, the Nendroid is the first picture. It's actually kind of weird seeing him like post his face nowadays. It's like weird. Does he have a character sheet? He does not, but he does have a full like thing. My thing with Mafu Mafu is like you gotta keep up with like his character, because they don't release character sheets, and so he's just like, I'm just gonna give myself wings today, and that's it. I'm giving myself wings. Let's see. Mafu Mafu. He's like drifted between covering his face and not covering his face, and on the one hand it should irritate me, and on the other hand I'm like, good on you, bro, your privacy. It's only me because of consistency. I'm sorry. I can at least sketch out like what I'm trying to do. Snow Fairy Mafu Mafu? Who made this? Or maybe I can draw Eve. Cause I actually really love Eve's like aesthetic. From like how like everybody's like put the hair over his eyes. Everybody's colloquially pretty much just like Eve's hair covers his eyes. Yes, Sara Zanmai, the one where Sororu decides to make an appearance. Okay. And of course we have the whole Rushia stuff. Oh no. Because the reason why I gotta choose is because I want them like connected, because the way I'm gonna draw them, I'm gonna have the microphones connect, and that's gonna be annoying if I don't know how to do that. Here we go, here we go, here we go! Here we go. All right. Hello. How has everybody's day been? Pretty good, Ue? It's been a while. How have you been? I've just been talking. That's good to hear. Yes. Pretty much. We were talking, so what is it? For pretty much an hour, we were going through the top seasonal anime of what we are going to watch for 2023 of the spring 2023. Yeah, pretty much. Spring of 2023. And obviously, a lot of people are watching Oshi no Ko. Some underrated stuff. What is it? I went through like the author of Mitsudomoe, because her series, Yabayatsu, or The Dangers of My Heart, because I keep calling it Yabayatsu, because I like Yabayatsu. Her series, Yabayatsu, had just aired this year, and I think it's going to be an underrated gem, only because we got some pretty big heavy hitters this year. And then obviously Ranking of Kings. I could care less for any isekai, but Ranking of Kings is not an isekai, because the Ranking of Kings has my boy Boji. I actually thought of drawing Boji on here, but I don't want to, because I don't want to make him tall. I'm back. Someone called. Sorry. Nah, you good. Basically, what I was saying was that for pretty much an hour straight before you came, we were talking about 2023 anime for spring. Obviously, people are watching Oshi no Ko, a couple of underrated gems like Yabayatsu, The Dangers of My Heart is like out right now. Boji has returned. But I could be doing better, but to be fair, school started again and I keep procrastinating, so it's understandable. And plus, today just started, so we see how it goes. Pretty much, yeah. School. Oh, do you have school? You school started again? It's like May. It's ended for me early. I got out early because I accidentally took early out classes. How do I do that? I don't pay attention, and I forgot the dates when I signed up for them. Yeah, we actually might do the I actually might draw the female lead for Yabayatsu. Like I said, I actually out of all of Norio is the author of The Dangers of My Heart. That's out like right now in Mitsuno Moe. I really love her art style. It's like evolved so much since like I've seen it like over 10 years ago. Obviously. And pretty much also now we're like I'm trying to like see which characters I want to draw. This time I want to draw real people. And it's both going to be between I want to draw Mafu, but I also think I want to draw Eve. But I also want to draw Mafu. But I want to draw Eve. But I want to draw Mafu. You know what? Let's just do guys for this poster. I'm going to do Eve, and I'm going to do Mafu. I want to draw 3 people, but the poster can't fit 3 people. I want to get into watching anime, but whenever I want to watch, I find people are live and have to go into their streams. It's my job to do throw puns at them. Of course. For some reason, I keep forgetting that you're the pun master, apparently. I feel like somebody else comes in here and makes puns and gives inspirational speeches. I don't know why, but unfortunately, nobody can take your spot. I want to do Eve, and I want to do Mafu. And I want to draw somebody else too. Well, I can't do... It's kind of hard, because what I want to do is for this illustration, I want to draw Mafu. Because Mafu represents JP. He represents all of the JP Utaite Mite. And I want to draw someone from the English side of the community who I at least feel outside of, say, Jubiphonic and Trickle. Because that's something special. And I don't want to draw them. That's going to be like a special thing. Let's go. I'm the pun connoisseur. Yes. Or are you the pun conquistador? Let's go. Exactly. They get it. You heard the chip bag. They get it too. But so I don't want to draw Juby or Trickle because those are easy, like those are like easy. And I'm not drawing Emily. I don't want to draw Emily because she's not technically a Vocaloid producer. I would probably bring her up in like passing, not Vocaloid producer, Vocaloid singing artist. Whence the sands in my brain has lost his sanity, let me throw in a butt pun and then a pee pun. Since whence the pee pun? But you already said pee. Because that means that we are full of glee. Rhyming puns. I'm bad at them. I'm okay, so I know I'm like paused here. We're thinking, guys. We're thinking together. We're this thinking time. Thinking time with chat. Thinking time with chat. Rhymes are nice to say. I had one, but I'm not. What's a butt's favorite Greek king? The buttocks. The manticore. And by the way, the butt pun is also a double pun. Yes. Because it is a butt. Thinking time with chat. I laugh at my own jokes too much, and I won't stop. I don't want to draw. I thought about drawing Kura Inu, because he's one of the older ones. So, for me, okay, so how do I put this? For me, what is a representative of the Utaite Mite community? Mafu. When I think of Utaite Mite, I think of Mafu. Because he's just like inspirational. For someone like, say, Vocaloid, you would obviously think Deco Nina. For the English side of the community, when it comes to Vocaloid, you would think somebody like Crusher P, Creepy, or Circus P. I'm not repeating it, but I will allow it. Midas, and it's double pun because he had the ears of a donkey because of Apollo. Yep. All right. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I definitely would have never gotten that. Oh man. What else? Why am I getting caught up in the yawning brigade? Please stop. Every time I try and do something, it's yawn. I'm not even tired. I got good sleep. What is it? But what was I saying? Yes. Who would I think represents like the Utaite community in the West? Because the problem with the Utaite community in the West is that the Utaite community is not that big. And back then it used to be like even smaller because people would eventually phase out. Like Juby, obviously you would consider her like the face. At least to me personally. And then second after that would be Reichi. And then right after that would also be Kura. Sorry, have to get going. I just realized my bus will arrive in a couple of minutes. Have fun, everyone. Have fun, Where? Have fun! Who would I think? What is it? It goes, at least to me. This is my subjective opinion. Don't forget about food, hydrations, posture, sleep, and meds, and stretch your wrist every now and then. And if anyone has any pets near them, don't forget about the pets and do exercise from time to time. Thank you, Ue. I've been doing just that. I'm ahead of the game. Goodbye, everybody. And like the Funny Bone Man once said, take care of yourself, kid, because someone really cares about you. I'm getting harassed by ads. Go away. Yay. Okay. Last time that happened, so one of the things was like I had to delete the VOD last time because actually the ad... Can I say it? Can I say this? The ad, like, nearly doxed me. I've been, like, getting this targeted ad for, like, a location that had opened up, and I'm just like, stop! And it wasn't loud enough to where you could hear, but I was, like, freaking out. I was freaking out so much, because, like, I went back to the audio, and, like, barely heard it. You could barely hear it. It was enough to snip out, but I was so scared. I was like, what are you doing? Google, I hate you. Gosh, ads. Can I be real here? The most annoying ads I've been getting nowadays are Webtoons ads. Webtoon ads are so terrible. Thinking time with chat. Webtoons ads are just so terrible. They're just so awful. I can't even believe it. I'm going off track. We'll talk about Webtoons ads in the future. And we'll have a whole stream dedicated to making fun of a lot of them. Because to say that they're all terrible, you guys have no idea when I say this. Webtoons ads are bad. You have no clue. You have no idea. I'm yawning a bit. Maybe I should take this as a sign to maybe it's time to go. Farewell, my chat. I shall probably get back to you another time. Maybe now, maybe later. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably hit up early morning. I want to do early morning because tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me. Or maybe I'll do it on Saturday. Don't keep my word on it. Oh, man. But I always want to do an anime rundown with everybody and stuff like that. Making time with chat. If anything, I'm just happy that everybody's having a fun time and doing really well despite everything. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And hopefully by the time I get back, we actually have something to draw. Like I said, I'm still deciding who I would consider in the top of the English Utite. Like, not as like a superior being, but you know. Yeah. That just ended in like purity silence. So who are we going to raid today? I'll take this just as a sign that my body is just kind of like, let's we're not gonna push streaming. We're gonna stream, but we're not gonna push our bodies to the absolute limit. All right, Putt Putt goes to the moon. We're gonna raid Abby. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Hold on, I forgot. I forgot. Reindeer raid. Quabbits, the reindeer raid. Quabbits, reindeer raid. Copy. We're gonna be raiding Abby, and I'm gonna put down the we're gonna put down the raid messages because duh, I'm not doing that yet. So reindeer raid for emojis, and reindeer raid for those who have the stuff. The subscribe. There you go. All right, there you go, everybody. Let's head out and raid Abby. Start raid. Thank you all for coming today. I had really so much fun. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and I shall see thee next time.